Welcome everybody, we're gonna do some Starfield abridged right now. Let's go!
Welcome to Starfield. You start off deep in the mines, harvesting some beryllium, which is actually a real type of
Deep in the mines of Moria!
raw metal. God, I love miners. Mine workers are also great. I head deep inside the caves and find some mysterious group of floating minerals, and so I pick one up and then get transported to another dimension.
Yes, basically 2001 A Space Odyssey, yes.
Character creator menu. I create a character who looks like he sold a few of his own organs for smack. And
Oh god, he
I
really went
start stealing
bad.
everyone's stuff. Are you really playing a Bethesda game if you don't pick up absolutely everything until your character becomes encumbered and can't run? I even steal this guy's lunch.
That is what I did. I picked up every dang thing I could. And then I realized there is a cargo hold. I didn't know that before.
Hey, that was my sandwich.
We exit the facility and are greeted with a large open world. This big ship lands and some dodgy astronaut gets out to speak with us, but I ditch the gang to go exploring. I find lots of rocks. I then have to run all the way back, and I swear to God my character smokes a pack a day. How do you run out of breath in low gravity? It's either emphysema or the fact I picked up every single possible item in the...
The encumbered part that is the issue. It is the encumbered part. And also CO2 goes up, so yeah, that happens.
staff quarters. The pirates then attack our humble mining community. They're not even cool, relatable Somali pirates, they're space pirates, and so I kill them all. The dodgy astronaut is like, wow, that was impressive. Here, have my spaceship and robot. He just gives them to me so the plot can rapidly move forward, I guess.
Yes, because if not, the plot would not move forward at all.
The big girl wants me to investigate a research station that has gone dark. The ship's pretty cool. It's got one bed, so when we get a crew, we'll all have to cuddle up together. Hopefully it's an all-male crew of miners. I take off into space and I'm immediately engaged.
That sounds inappropriate if you didn't know that it's actually a mining company. You know, just letting you know it's a mining company.
By more pirates, but I take them out because I'm built different. I'm stronger than Lizzo's bed frame, faster than a boy on prom night, and sneakier than even the most covert of stepdads. I land on this new planet via a cutscene. I locate the research facility and begin the search for survivors. Inside the lab, I find something truly disturbing. Motivational posters. I used to share an office with this girl who put up motivational posters, and she had this one that said, "Attitudes are contagious, is yours worth catching?" It made me want to kill myself every single morning, but she was really hot, so I pretended to like them. I kill a bunch.
Well, that's what you do. You pretend to like them when they're hot. Yes, absolutely. You pretend to like them if they're hot. Yes.
Of pirates and then come face to face with their leader. I surprisingly managed to convince him I'm not a threat. He's clearly not a great judge of character. I just murdered 20 of his men. We make peace with the pirates. I proceed to push several of these flammable containers right next to the pirate king, and he isn't even phased. I then shoot them, killing every single one in a fiery explosion. I'm pretty sure the Geneva Convention doesn't extend.
I did not do that. I just started. I went out there and just started blasting. It didn't go so well, but I just started blasting.
To space. My work on this planet is done, so I hyper jump to a friendly planet. You might be wondering why everyone's shooting me on this friendly planet. Well, I forgot to record a few minutes of gameplay, and in that time I became an intergalactic space terrorist. Why put children in the game? Obviously everyone's going to try and kill them. I have to fight off several waves of security, but eventually they just give up. Now I'm good to explore again, but I swear to God these space kids have no sense of humor.
Your parents would be disappointed in you.
Is that really an appropriate thing to say to a child?
Yes, it is. Very much so. You have to say that to a child.
I'm holding too many items to run, so I drop them all in a perfect circle on the ground, just like in real life. A soldier then approaches me and says I need to go to jail. What's the penalty for 26 murders, many of which were unarmed technicians? 7 days in prison. Harsh but fair. I get through my sentence without getting to bend over once. I mean having to bend over once. I also decide to start playing in third person because it looks cooler in my opinion. I continue.
It does look cooler to be in third person, but it also kind of makes me dizzy. So that's why I usually play in first person. I died. I wasn't able to fight off the hordes and hordes of security. I wasn't able to do that, so I died. And that's how I served my sentence. I died.
Following the main story regarding that mysterious piece of floating metal from the beginning of the game. I meet this girl called Sarah who looks exactly like that chick I worked with that hung the motivational posters everywhere. I wonder if you can romance her in this game. I'm definitely going to find that out later in private. I mean, I put the piece of metal in and it's amazing, wow. She's now following me around so we can solve the metal mystery, but I decide instead that I will join the army. I want the comradeship that these Boy Scouts have. I head up to the Vanguard headquarters and they're excited to have me sign up. I head inside and enroll for the exam. I love the detailed side quests in Bethesda games. You actually have to sign up and then you walk through these displays, learning the Vanguard history. It's very immersive. I passed the final exam, and just like that, we're a probationary soldier. Our initial mission is to investigate a research facility that's gone dark. Basically the exact same mission we did earlier. Sarah's like, wow, I think we should explore the magic metal mystery first.
I didn't do the Vanguard thing. I probably should have done the Vanguard thing, but I didn't do it. That's just the thing. It's my bad. My very big bad.
I ignore her and instead buy myself a jetpack. It's my new favorite thing in the world. We set course and land
Jetpacks are awesome.
Darker than America's no-fly list. It becomes immediately apparent that either someone forgot to put the wet floor sign out, or a giant mutated alien spider has ravaged this base. I go and speak with the only survivor.
Mutated alien spider is my guess.
Confirms the monster was a giant alien and asks me to kill it. I look out the window and see the alien spider absolutely decimate some dinosaur-looking thing. I proceed to go around turning on all the automatic turrets, and they make short work of the giant alien spider. It's quite surprising that no one else thought to turn on the automatic turrets. Before I fly back to Vanguard headquarters, I decide to explore the planet.
Okay, now I know what to do if I ever do that one. That Vanguard thing is something I'm gonna do later on. I'm gonna try to finish the UC one first.
I run pretty far in one direction and find more alien dinosaurs. One of them almost kills Sarah, but she can't die because the only thing thicker than her is her plot armor. I fly back and report to the chief, who's like,
oh, she has plot armor. That's good.
Soldier. He gives me my uniform, and I'm now part of the military. I almost joined the military in real life, but then I realized you're not allowed to smoke weed and shoot terrorists. They're super strict on that. I think I'd be a great soldier though. I'd bring the fun back to war. I can see myself hotboxing a tank with the boys. I might not have all my limbs, but I have a portable speaker at all times. Every day at 4:20 p.m. I'd light a joint, and as my lighter clicked, all the shooting would stop, and there'd be a perfect silence. Both forces would lay down their weapons and pass around the joint, ending the savage conflict as common ground was reached. All of the soldiers would then kiss on the lips.
Well, with a joint, yes, it will always be reached.
I'd make a great commander. One of the perks I selected at the beginning of the game means I get my own house. Upon arrival, a message pops up saying, "Big Girl's Home," which I absolutely love. The place is pretty empty, but there's a note on the table saying I owe $125,000 to the bank. Just when I thought I could play some video games to distract myself from my real-life mortgage. I proceed to decorate the house by placing one white couch down. I was hoping for one black couch. I take off and head to the bank so I can sort out this mortgage situation. The banker is like, haha, there's nothing I can do. Enjoy your crippling debt lifestyle. God, this game is immersive. The banker does employ me as a debt collector, so at least I scored a job out of it. Sarah is like, blah, 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 metal pieces, magic, blah, blah, shut up, Sarah. I'm now a debt collector and I take my job very seriously. We fly to the moon and I start suffocating as I forgot to wear a helmet. Oopsie daisy, classic space.
Oh. Well, I will try not to do that because that's a big oopsie daisy. Yes, you can die in space, apparently.
Mistake. I find the house in which the debtor is hiding, but more importantly, I find a giant space car thing. The car
yes, space car!
Actually drive it. That's the equivalent of a girl putting her hair in a ponytail and then telling you she wants to talk. I enter the structure and speak to the man. I try and convince him to pay his debts, but he refuses to. I respect it, but then he gets hostile and I have to kill him. Well, in truth, I was looking for any reason to pop him. Why have power if you don't exert it regularly? I jump around in low gravity for longer than I care to admit, and then eventually head back to the bank. He's like, cheers, big girl, you're a rose among thorns. I head back to my ship, and the dock is still littered with corpses.
So wait, you kill, but you still are able to collect on the debt? I guess you take collateral from them? That's my guess. My guess is you take collateral from them and that helps you pay off your mortgage. I have a mortgage there too. I just haven't gotten to the point where I owe anything yet because I want to get money first. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to get money first.
The city will send someone to another solar system to collect debt but can't keep the streets clean. God, this is really so realistic. Remember that mutated spider I killed? Well, I took a sample from it and I need to deliver the vial to a scientist so we can figure out why they're appearing everywhere. A pretty noble mission if you ask me, but sassy Sarah is pulsating passive-aggressive energy.
We have a good reason for landing here.
I proceed to kill her, except you still can't as she's pivotal to the plot. I make my way
Really?
inside the fortress
You
to try
can't
and get
kill
a
her? Dang it. She's got plot armor.
with this scientist. To do this, I need to speak to the receptionist, Trevor. I've got actual issues, I admit, but I proceed to gun Trevor down in cold blood. It'll never not be funny to me.
It always is funny to, but you have to make sure that you're in a place that you're not going to be seen if you're going to be gunning down NPCs. Definitely.
Killing NPCs, but this time the consequences were obscenely big. The receptionist rushes me with a fire axe, but I gun her down like she was a woman wearing a t-shirt and shorts in the Middle East. There's simply too many of them to fight, so I run for the exit. By some sort of miracle, I escape with my life. I wait 30 seconds and re-enter, but they're still super pissed off about Trevor. He must have been a well-liked guy. I die, but at least I leave a pretty beautiful corpse.
Oh, God.
Save and try to fight my way
Okay,
through.
yeah, that's one thing that I did notice. They stay angry for a very long time. Like a very long time.
Yamada, but I die once, then twice, then 3 times. This wouldn't be so bad, but I never saved the game once, so I'm stuck here inside the fortress. The game does autosave, but it only keeps the 3 most recent saves available, and it autosaves every 2 seconds. So basically, I'm stuck here, and all the recent saves are also stuck here. If I was any more stuck, Johnny Sins would show up and bang me himself. I then come
Oh
up with a
God,
cunning plan.
that was a bad joke. That was a, oh God, that was a joke. That was a good joke.
I only have 5 health and no med packs, but I ate absolutely everything in my inventory. All those sandwiches I picked up are suddenly looking pretty genius right now. I must have eaten some speed enhancer, and I'm able to sprint through the entire base and make it all the way to my ship. I take off into space a free man, or so I thought. As soon as I enter space, I'm blown out of the sky instantly. Again,
Why?
and again, and again.
Why?
I decide instead to explore the surface of Mars, as it seems to be the only area I can actually survive in without getting capped. After searching for 7 minutes, I find a structure. Surrounding the structure is a gaggle of robots who don't seem hostile. Maybe this is where I can start a life for myself. Sarah and I will repopulate Mars. One of the robots then KOs me in 1 hit.
Why?
I tried to wait, but
Why does that happen? Why is he dying so much?
after looking at the game forums, I learned many other brave players were also stuck here. This planet became my prison, and there was nothing I could do but violently scream. Unfortunately, I think Starfield is a pretty great game, so I started over from the very beginning, this time making lots of saves. I eventually caught back up to where I was. I decide to see what happens if I go to a random place and just explore and check out what's going on. I land at a civilian outpost and make my way over. I meet this woman who looks like she'd complained at a restaurant, and she tells me one of her friends is trapped in a cave nearby.
So this is one of the things that I do like about Bethesda games. You can just explore. Randomly explore, not even do the main missions, just explore your heart out, and you'll be good. It'll just keep doing that. It'll keep going.
I agreed to help her out, but I think our definitions of nearby are very different. I walked maybe 3 or 4 kilometers over to this cave. I honestly thought the game was glitched. There are more dinosaurs, but for the most part, if you keep their distance, they chill like that. I reach the cave and find the lass crying in the dark. Relatable content. I battle my
Very
way back to the
relatable.
outpost, fighting off groups of aliens at every turn. This lass I'm saving keeps walking slowly. There's giant monsters everywhere. Maybe a slow jog wouldn't kill you. She gives me 4,000 credits for my effort, which I personally don't think's enough. It was a very long walk.
Yeah, I don't
Learning
think so.
nothing from my past mistakes, I proceed to kill her. Fortunately, none of her friends really care, which I can understand. She was pretty annoying. Despite the annoyance
Oh, okay, so you can kill her and no one really cares. Okay, good.
Glitch that made me restart and in turn gave me crippling depression, Starfield in my opinion is a pretty sick game. I mean, even while making this video, I've been playing it so much on my breaks. If you like the Fallout games, I'd recommend this for sure. I even hopped in my spaceship and landed on Earth. I managed to land right in Los Angeles and they've done a great job here, very impressive. No, look, the boys and I have been chatting and everyone's keen to play Grand Theft Auto Online again. I think we all needed a healthy break, but there's been a few updates and yeah, we're keen to play again.
Oh, so the final one was actually Grand Theft Auto Online. I thought it looked very familiar. I thought it looked kind of interestingly familiar there. So it was Grand Theft Auto Online. Okay, that makes me feel better. Now, when it comes to the whole thing, so far I'm really enjoying Starfield, but I'm doing my own autosaves, my own specific saves, because I don't want to run the risk of actually having an issue where I am stuck like him. Now I'm gonna have to be careful with the whole being stuck on Mars thing. I don't want to be stuck on Mars thing. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to have to figure something out. Maybe figure out a way to get past that section. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Once again, this was the abridged version of Starfield. Thank you so much. It's Matt Salvi saying I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!